Hi there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today I'll be watching the first episode of Magical Girl Ore, which, if my very limited Japanese knowledge is to be believed, would translate as Magical Girl Guy. And if you look at the poster, which is amazing, it has a buff dude in your typical magical girl frilly dress with, the wand or staff with the heart and wings on top. Really, I saw this poster and I'm like, okay, I need to see this. So, is it a guy who ends up in the role of a magical girl, and instead of transforming into what a design you would typically associate with a masculine superhero like Superman or Batman or whatever, he turns into what you would typically associate with a magical girl like Sailor Moon, or is it a girl who transforms into this dude? I don't know. Not yet. So let's read the show description here. Quote, "Love makes a girl stronger." End quote. Saki Uno is working hard as part of the new idol unit, Magical Twin. The one she admires most is Molehill Mikage, who's the older brother of her idol unit partner, Sakio. And he's also a member of the top idol unit, Star Prince. And Star Prince has a star in the middle of the word. Star Prince. She would be willing to do anything for him, and one day, those feelings brought on a miracle! Saki ended up turning into a magical girl when she strongly wished to protect someone. But what she turned into wasn't exactly what she was expecting. Okay, so we have your girl who turns into a magical girl guy. Alright. If you're wondering, my experience with the magical girl genre is limited to possibly non-existent. I mean, I'm aware of the genre. I don't think I've ever actually seen an episode of, like, Sailor Moon. I'm aware that it exists. I would recognize it if I saw it. Never actually seen it. I have seen Pumi Pumi Poemi, which is a parody of magical girl genre trappings. I mean, I guess you could consider something like Voltron a magical girl show, right? I mean, because you have your heroes who do this long transformation sequence, and the bad guys just kind of stand there and wait respectfully, patiently, while you transform. So, same kind of thing. Have I seen any actual magical girl shows? Does Revolutionary Girl Utina count? Maybe kind of a little bit from a certain perspective. I don't know. So, I can't really say I'm invested one way or another in the trappings or tropes of the genre itself. So, which is kind of a double-edged sword, I imagine, when watching this show, because the tropes it uses, I mostly might not recognize, and and by that same token, I won't be annoyed by them. However, if it does something interesting or creative, somehow subverting the tropes, I might not get that either, and lose a lot of what other people might enjoy about this show. So, hopefully it has a kick-ass theme song. So, Magical Girl Ore. Let's check it out. Well, I'm going to check it out. You do whatever you like, and I'll see you in 3 seconds with my review. I'm going to say something perhaps unnecessarily mean, and I apologize in advance for this, but It's genuinely how I feel. I am hard-pressed to think of a show more incompetent than this one, especially when it comes to the delivery of jokes and what it's trying to accomplish with its own narrative. That's harsh. I understand that. There are definitely worse shows. I wouldn't call this... There was a lot about the show that I liked. Design-wise, aesthetically, I love Magical Girl Beefcake. That is a great design. I like that a lot. It's almost the only thing I like. But there was a lot about the show that I did admire. I appreciated what they were trying to do more than what they did, if that makes any sense. I get what they were going for, and I like what they were going for, but when they went for it, they just fell flat on their faces in a lot of cases. There is some stuff that works. A lot of it is just in the design. The demons that our magical girl fights are... Take any super deformed, cute, chibi little animal like a bear or something from any of the animes you may have seen. Now take its head and put it on a very ripped, muscular, bodybuilder-esque male body. That's a pretty funny design. Those are the demons. It's a pretty funny design. A lot of the conceits about how our protagonist in the show, her mother was the former magical girl. As of like last month, she hurt her back. So she's been a magical girl up in, through her 30s. And they're like, most magical girls are kind of too old at 15. Mom's been rocking it for, through her 30s. You never see it though, which is a shame. And the magical girl genre typically has some type of cute animal mascot helper. I think Sailor Moon had like a cat or something. But, usually some cute squishy little animal that would make a cute stuffed toy that ends every sentence in a cute syllable, like nyan or coo or something. Mom's mascot is a Yakuza-looking dude who ends every sentence in essentially kind of a uncouth swear. He's like, I even have a cute tick, and she's like, that's totally not cute. So there's a lot of good ideas in this that actually, again, they don't really play well. The ideas are there, the execution is mostly not. Oh, it's so frustrating. I think that I think is what it is. I think the show's more frustrating than anything else because I think there's a good idea here. Genuinely, I just think it wasn't workshopped enough before they went into production. Let me give you a few examples of what I feel the show does wrong. It opens with a narration of Earth is besieged by demons, and the only thing that stands between the demons and Earth are magical girls. Now, the big joke is our young protagonist is going to turn into a big beefcake of a guy in a dress, right? That's the subversion of expectation. And I know that it's on the poster and in the name of the show, but still, you're kind of ruining your own joke when you start out showing the, the broad muscular back of this guy. Personally, I would have said, no, just do the voiceover. Don't show him. You want to save that for the reveal. And again, I guess it doesn't really matter because anyone watching the show knows they've seen the poster. They know what the name of the show is. It's also in the opening song. Oh, by the way, the opening song it's okay. It's upbeat. It's an anime opening. It's fine. I said I think before I watched it, I hope it's kick-ass. It's fine. But I personally, if I were directing the show, I would have said, you know, let's just get rid of the opening for episode 1, just to save the reveal on, because I mean they ruin what the character looks like, and again I know we already saw it from the poster, but they also reveal what the demons look like, so that gag is gone. They reveal that our beefcake is going to get a beefcake partner, and it's very clear who that will be, so that's ruined. I would have left just the first episode. Don't use that. The first time the magical girl transforms, which is it's like the last minute of the episode. They do the whole magical girl sequence where she, flies up the air, the background goes all colorful, and she's wrapped in like a ribbon and sparkles and naked, and then suddenly poof, and does the whole magical girl transformation thing. They managed to screw it up by one of the first things they show are her arms and legs getting all muscular and ripped. And then they do the magical ribbon stuff, and it's like it's literally edited in the wrong... No, it's not like... It's literally edited in the wrong order! You do all the standard, tropey, magical girl transformation stuff first, and then you do the reveal where, oh, what the hell? Where the arms start bulging and the legs go... You don't start with that and then do the ribbon stuff. Oh, my God. How do you mess that up? The show starts with our hero as a typical magical girl, fighting a, typical magical girl lizard monster. And the lizard monster hits her with a beam attack, which hits her in the left arm. And her little cute companion mascot thing says, "Oh no, he's turned you black and white," which means that the colorists are going to be happy, and then launches into a tirade about if the whole show is black and white, then we'll get kicked off the air because it's supposed to be color, and it goes all fourth wall breaky. And I'm like, oh, we're doing that? Okay, sure. Here's the problem, though. Her arm gets hit with the black and white beam, which means that from fingertips to about elbow, her arm just turns white, which makes it look like she's wearing long evening gown type gloves. A style that wouldn't totally be out of whack with your average magical girl costume. And since we've only seen this character for like 20 seconds so far, at first I wasn't sure what the hell he was talking about with turned you black and white. I'm like, she's not wearing a glove. She's lost the actual color in her arm. Oh, okay. So, really, if she got hit, say, center mass, where she has contrasting color, and you could see that, this section, because she has this red bow that's big on her shoulder and goes across. If you cut a circle out of this, it's the same outfit that Beefcake here is wearing, but it's her. If you just decolorized a portion of the outfit, it would be... Oh, okay, so where the attack hit, it took the color out. But no, she just gets hit in the arm and her arm's white and it looks like she's wearing a glove. Now, if this was a character we'd spent a lot of time with and we were familiar with her design and realized she doesn't wear gloves, that would have been more apparent. But, again, just not a good way to present that. Also, it turns out that this is our hero just having a dream. And the fourth wall breaking jokes are only in the dream. And it's like, okay, so she's not dreaming about being a magical girl. She's dreaming about literally being in a magical girl TV show? that's kind of odd, but... So she wakes up because her alarm goes off at 7 a.m. And she's, no, it was a dream. And then we have her 1.5-minute opening sequence. And then the opening sequence is over, and it cuts to her mom in the kitchen making breakfast, and from off screen you hear her scream, ah! And she runs into the kitchen and she goes, oh my gosh, I slept through my alarm! No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You clearly woke up because your alarm went off. You complained about it right before the opening. What? And then she continues, Mom, I have to be somewhere today. I told you to wake me up at 8 a.m. It's 7 a.m. It's 7. Your alarm woke you up at 7. The hell? Is this a different day? It's possible that this is just a different day. In which case, again, that's some incompetent directing. Because you can't have your character wake up to an alarm clock that's ringing at 7 and go, no, the dream I just had was a dream, or the experience I just enjoyed was a dream. No! Opening. And then suddenly it's a different morning. That doesn't work. Your audience is now confused. So she attempts to run out of the house because she's late, even though it's 7 a.m. Or it should be. And her mom says, oh, but breakfast. And she says, no time! And Mom says, oh, please, just take this with you. Okay, fine. And she runs out the door. Now, if you've watched anime, you imagine the next shot is going to be her running down the road with a single piece of toast held in her mouth. Because that's the trope. You know, the anime girl is late for school, and so she grabs a single slice of toast and holds it in her mouth as she runs down the street. We see that all the time. She's running down the street, does not have toast in her mouth, but she has a fork in her hand, and the camera pulls back, and she is holding a full plate with like pancakes and whipped cream and fruit and just piled up to here. That's a good gag. That's a very good gag. I like that a lot. It still wasn't set up or shot very well. Because the way the here, please at least take this with you is blocked, it's really clear that one of two things are happening. One, someone does not know how to competently block a scene so that we can see what the hell's going on. Two, it's purposefully blocked so that we can't see what the hell is going on because a joke is coming. We don't want you to see what she's actually giving her because what she's giving her is not what you expect, and that's going to be the joke. The joke is good. The joke is good. I really like the joke. It's just not set up well. Because it's clear that a joke is coming. Or at this point you're like, oh, well, good lord, they just don't know how to block anything. How else could they have done that? Yeah, you know, I mean, they could have just had her say, oh, let me get something for you. Let me get a little something from the kitchen so that you can eat on the way. And then cut to her run down the street. But they do a whole thing where Mom hands her a thing under the frame of the camera, and then the camera switches to behind her back so you can't see what she's doing. So our hero here is, as the description in the description read, is a idol in a duet with another girl. By the way, artists, please, 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 please learn to draw boobs correctly. Please. Please. Women with large breasts exist in the real world. There are pictures of them. You can find them online. Look at some and learn how to draw boobs correctly! Please. So she's in an idol duet, and she's at a outside mall or something, performing with her partner. And they're singing a song which is the lyrics are genuinely pretty funny. And it's kind of a style parody of the Cutie Honey theme song. And then it goes into almost overt ripoff in the very end. The interesting thing, though, is our hero can't sing at all. She's terrible. Which is interestingly never brought up. I mean, she's so bad that it's clearly intentional as part of the show that she sucks at singing. Her partner's fine. She's terrible. But it's never utilized at all. I mean, it's the gun on the... Whose gun is it? Chekhov's gun? Whoever's gun it is. The gun on the table or the mantelpiece. You've got to use... Maybe it comes up in a later episode, but it's like the gun that's on the table or mantelpiece or wherever that's just never used. It's weird. I'll probably check out at least part of the second episode, because it ends with the transformation into Beefcake here, and I'm curious to see how they handle the actual fight. I probably won't watch the whole episode unless it suddenly hooks me. So again, really just to sum up, I think there's some really great ideas here. They're just not executed very well. And a good idea poorly executed, well, it makes me sad. Sniffle. See you next time.